What you saw on reality TV, that wasn't the full story, not even close. And Tamar Braxton is finally sitting down to tell you exactly what they edited out, what they buried, and what your favorite family has been hiding for years. Tamar just did an interview, and let me tell you something. She is not holding back anymore. She's talking about things that never made it to your screen, things the producers didn't want you to see. Because here's the thing about reality TV that people seem to forget. It's edited, heavily edited. They show you the argument, but they don't show you what led up to it. They show you the tears, but they never explain why those tears are really falling. The Braxton family has been on television for how long now? And we're just now getting pieces of the real story. And honestly, viewers have been frustrated for years. You can feel it in the comments. You can see it on social media. People are tired of watching this family tap dance around the actual issues. They're tired of the avoidance, the deflection, the constant refusal to just be honest about what's really going on. We're not blind. We can see the dysfunction. And Tamar is finally saying out loud what so many people have been thinking in private. But it gets deeper, way deeper, because we're not just talking about hurt feelings and petty arguments anymore. We are talking about legal drama between sisters. Tamar is addressing the hate, the shadiness, the lies, and she specifically mentions Tawanda and a cease and desist letter. Let that sink in for a second. Lawyers between sisters. When you're bringing attorneys into family business, that's not just a little spat. That's a breakdown. Now, here's where it really starts to unravel. This whole situation goes so much deeper than what people realize, because Tamar didn't just randomly decide to blow up the family. She brought her niece Ashlee into the conversation. And understand this, Ashlee is her brother's daughter. She is immediate family. So when Tamar is talking about her, she's not bringing in some outsider. She's talking about someone who is directly connected to all of them, because Ashlee brought some uncomfortable truths to the table. Serious allegations, heavy allegations. She made claims involving Trina's late husband allegedly assisting her in some way. And she also made allegations about their brother being abusive. Now, these are not light topics. These are not things you just brush under the rug. These needed to be discussed carefully, respectfully, but discussed. And what did the family do? They refused. They didn't want to address it. And instead of dealing with the allegations, instead of sitting down and having the hard conversation, they turned on Tamar. She became the villain. She was blamed for even bringing it up. She was shut down, pushed aside, made to feel like she was the problem for simply asking the questions that needed to be asked. This is what happens when image matters more than honesty. The Braxton family wants to protect this perfect public persona. They don't want to admit there's dysfunction. They don't want to admit there are mistakes, trauma, and real issues that need healing. So instead, they pretend, and pretending is exhausting to watch.
Being blamed for something that I didn't do.
So who gave the man my address?
It's called an attorney.
Oh, he can't find my address in that letter. That house not even under my name. Because I know y'all don't give about me. I'm not expecting y'all to really give about me. But what I am asking about is my child.
But here's what Tamar is really upset about. Forget the TV drama for a second. Tamar keeps coming back to one question, one very specific question. Who gave that man her address? And before you roll your eyes and think this is just more drama, stop. Because this is not about drama. This is about safety. Tamar has trauma, real trauma. She had a break-in at her home. Someone violated her space, her sanctuary, the place where she's supposed to feel safe. And that sense of security, it was destroyed. It got so bad that she moved in with her mother. Not because she wanted to, because she needed to. She needed to feel emotionally and physically secure again. She explained this herself in an interview with The Morning Hustle. She talked about how trauma causes paranoia, how it makes you afraid, how being alone no longer feels safe. And this isn't her being dramatic. This is her sharing her lived experience. Now, fast forward. Tamar is living independently again. She owns multiple homes. She's rebuilt her life, and her family knows this. They know her history. They know what she's been through. And yet, someone still gave out her address, not to a friend, to a man who had absolutely no business having that information. And here's the kicker. Tamar has a child. So this isn't just about her anymore. This is about the safety of her son.
And so when my house got robbed, that was really hard for me. And people that's close to me knew that. And I have gone to great lengths and spent an obscene amount of money keeping my home and keeping myself safe, because it's just Logan and myself.
Yeah.
And when that was violated, that was like, wow, so y'all giving out my address now? Well, y'all know. Because I know everybody was like, well, she lived with her mother, and everybody thought I was having financial issues. No, that wasn't the case. I just didn't feel safe anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? And it was like, I didn't want to leave from my mother's house, because if everybody has a good relationship with their parents, your home or your family's home is a safe place. Mm-hmm. So for me, it took me a long time to actually buy a house here that I actually lived in. Like, I have 3 that's just sitting here in the city because I just didn't feel safe enough to move into.
Yeah, so when they gave out that address, you just felt like they already knew what you was going through?
Yeah, man, because, not only did he send it to my house once, he sent it to my house 3 times. He sent it to my house. He had someone walk it up to my house. He sent it where they sent it through U.S. mail, and then they sent it through U.S. mail, and then they sent it through
and it said your name on it,
said my name, where I was, and sent it through UPS. And I'm like, I mean, are we being intentional here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was really upset about it. And unfortunately, at that table was the first time that I had seen
them like, I got a cease and desist, and nobody said anything.
Because it was never a factor of a cease and desist. It was the factor of who gave out my personal information.
Yeah.
My home.
And this is where Tamar starts connecting the dots. Because her property, it's not in her name. She did that on purpose, for privacy, for protection. So if you try to do a public search, you're not going to find her address. Someone had to know the name the property was under. Someone had to have inside information. This wasn't a random leak. This was deliberate. So Tamar's logic is pretty straightforward. Only people with inside access could have leaked that address. And who has that kind of access? Family. That's it. So when she says she believes her family is responsible, she's not just throwing out wild accusations. She's following the evidence. And now, the focus keeps shifting to one person in particular. Tawanda. Her name keeps coming up over and over again. And people are asking Tamar directly, do you think Tawanda did this? Because here's another piece of the puzzle. Tamar wasn't invited to Tawanda's wedding. She was not invited to her own sister's wedding. Being excluded from something that significant, that raises red flags. And when you connect that to the address being leaked around the same time, the dots start connecting themselves. So Tamar is done. She is done staying silent. She is done protecting people who clearly aren't protecting her. She is done being painted as the villain while everyone else gets to play victim. This interview, this is her drawing the line. Because here's the thing the Braxton family doesn't seem to understand. You can edit a TV show. You can control a storyline, but you can't edit the truth forever. And Tamar just put it all out there.
Being blamed for something that I didn't do.
So who gave the man my address?
It's called an attorney.
Oh, he can't find my address in that letter. That house not even under my name. Because I know y'all give about me. I'm not expecting y'all to really give about me. But what I am asking about is my child.
She was trying to break it up, so we're just going to go with what she said. When she tried to separate us, I didn't feel like she tried to separate us. I felt like she tried to separate me. You get what I'm saying?
I can see why you think that.
Right, because she pushed me and turned and protected Tony.
She did.
Right? And gave you a superstar. You're the number one R&B. Right? So that's what I was feeling like.
But aren't y'all all superstars?
I mean, okay. Fine. I don't have to be, and I definitely don't have to be in my family dynamic. I'm okay with being the youngest sister of amazing siblings that I grew up with that are beautiful and talented and black. Yeah. Okay? I don't have to be a superstar in that situation. When I'm at work, you will give me my flowers. You will respect me. But when I'm in that situation with my family, we don't even have to bring up our occupation.
Right.
And the status of our life.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, right? I don't think so.
But I just felt like I was pushing the corner at that table. Like, I really came to discuss my niece, where's everybody head at in this, and who gave out my address. That was the objective for me. Yeah. And I didn't mean to come, in a way that was combative or aggressive. I was really trying to have a real sensible conversation. Now, when people started pushing my back up against the wall and I had to come out fighting, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Do you feel, did this happen, this whole situation, the cease and desist, was that sent before Tawanda's wedding?
All of that was before Tawanda's wedding.
And
before the bridal shower that I was invited to, but I wasn't invited to.
Do you feel like you was uninvited because they felt like you were trying to put the family on blast with your niece, or?
I wasn't trying to put my family on blast with my niece. My niece put her experience on blast by herself.
Yeah.
And I signed up to support her. And I still am signed up to support her.
So what was Tawanda's issue with you? Do you feel like that you were uninvited from the wedding? Because originally you were.
But I was uninvited from everything before the table.
Yeah.
So was I really invited to the wedding, or was that another part of being gaslit?